been, as if you guys have been watching me for a while, essentially enough. Leave the cat alone. I've been obsessed with making flowers. I don't know, but I've been doing a few. Sorry, we're doing corrections with Billy right now because he has gotten into growling and chasing cats lately. So this is what this one looks like. It's not my favorite. My favorite's over here. This is a Mama Jamma. Sit down, go play. Hush. Okay. So it looks like this. What's up, everybody? So that's the flower I did to just get my brain wrapped around using this particular set of materials. The materials I'm using are clay. I may use some Mod Podge for glue because I don't really have a lot of glue. And just some dry pigments, or I may do wet pigments. Either way, it's going to be Primary Elements colors. It's the only dry pigments I have. I've seen people do in videos using crushed up pastels, but Jeff's pastels, I'm not even going to go there because I'm pretty sure if I wrecked his pastels, there would be a problem. So, the clay I'm using is Das. Yeah, it's a modeling clay. It's apparently made in Italy. And according to them, it's the best to model your ideas. But it's an air-dried clay. You don't have to fire it. So that's what I'm using. It's kind of a really wet clay. Hello, everybody. So, or air cure clay, air dry clay. You don't have to fire it. A lot of these kinds of clays, you put them in like the oven to dry them or to fire them, but I don't have that. So this is what we're doing. I'll try to do a mic, but last time we did a mic, it didn't work. 1 second.
Oh, they want the mic? I'll get it.
Did we charge both of them?
They're both charged.
Okay. I'm gonna need to plug this into this, into that.
But you need another one of these. Oh.
Nope. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. You guys hear me now? How is it now?
Hear you.
Okay, good. Sweet. So, clay. This is, it feels a lot like what porcelain would feel like in terms of how smooth it is. Porcelain feels like cream cheese. Is it good or is there reverb? Because if there's reverb, we're going back to nada.
I don't understand why. Like, it was so perfect one time before.
I know it was perfect one time. So I don't have a rolling pin, so I'm using this. It's butane. Hi, Jessica in London. Judy, what's up, TG? Tim, I'm glad you got your package. Hi, Vamp. I hope you feel better. Susan, Shelly, Funo. Did I say that right?
Ohio.
Hi, Christine.
It was perfect before the mic. But is it even more perfecter? Do you hear her more clear with the mic? Like it's like right in your ear hole?
Yeah. Is it more perfect now? Can you hear me right in your ear hole? How about this?
I think Vamp.
Yeah. Is it more perfect now?
Yeah,
Okay.
Vamp, you might.
I don't know why it wouldn't. It sounds regular on mine. I don't know. But it's the most is perfect now. Okay, good. Vamp, I hope you're okay. Get some rest. It's better than without. Cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm glad that you guys can hear me and that you're here to see what I'm up to today, because I'm super excited about this. Because if you've been on my channel for a minute, you know that I've been fiddling with flowers for a while. Example, all of these things down here, which you can't see most of them, but there's a lot of flowers. I was distant, now I'm with you. Sweet. I wonder if it would mess anything up if Jeff put on the other mic, because if you say something now, they're not going to be able to hear you. Okay, let's start making flowers. I'm not making pizza. This is probably the closest I will ever come to making pizza, because I am not a cook. Jeff's whispering in the background that it's true.
That's why I didn't want to have a mic on, because you never know what could be said. I could say something.
I still love the rose behind you that you started on Mixed Media Girl. Well, thank you, Christine. I need to finish it, but I'm letting it just live right there till I'm fully inspired on what to do. Okay, first things first. We're gonna get a little ball of clay. You can actually use like foam instead. It'll make things lighter, and it won't allow for a stick, if you're using a stick like this, to just push all the way through. I'm using a stick like this because it's all I have. So, YOLO. I'm pouring some Mod Podge, because it's the only thing I have that resembles glue, into this cup. Because this is an air dry clay, what I have found is it dries really fast. So I need to be able to move really fast. So first things first, I'm going to take this. Just being an expert at DoorDash. I'm pretty sure all the people at DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, Favor, which I think is Texas only, knows us by name. Okay, so I put a little bit of glue.
Way too far out.
Huh?
It's crazy. Like it looked like you would be able to see it. You held it up here, and it was like gone.
Oh. So I put a little bit of glue and or Mod Podge on the end of my this. I'm just gonna stick it down in there, right up in there. This part is only important in that it's going to help us create the shape of the flower. You won't even really be able to see it.
Isn't it Thursday date night? No?
Is it?
Why do you look at me like that?
Because I'm scared. Okay.
1 year ago, no, 6 years ago, you'd been like, date night, oh yeah, in the life. I'm just playing, babe. Good.
I'm
I'm glad
just-
they can't see your face.
I'm just listening. Okay, so I got these on the Amazon. I can't remember how much it was. It wasn't that much. And these are cookie cutters, but for clay or whatever, that are petal size and shape. And I think it came with this, or I ordered this separate. But this is a veiner. Nope. Yep. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. But I think bakers use this for, I'm just mad thirsty.
Nope.
I think bakers use this to make like sugar flowers, or
Probably.
people do clay, probably fondant.
Yeah,
Anyways,
chocolate.
I'm going to show you how to work this as well.
Baby, work it.
A fondant tool, exactly. Hi, Bubba. Go lay down. So we're going to start with some smaller petals first. I'm going to take the inside petal of this little set and cut out a couple of these guys. I have watched, I don't know how many tutorials. So Jeff and I share the same everything. And so whatever I watch on YouTube, and then it subsequently starts to recommend other videos that are the same or similar. So Jeff gets to deal with all of those.
Like how to get away with not lifing. I don't know if that's the thing.
Get away with not lifing? What does that mean?
You can't say like the M word or the S word on TikTok.
Oh, well,
or
this
the
is
D
YouTube.
word.
Unaliving people.
Unaliving, that's what they say.
Okay. So this is I guess it's called a ball tool because ball. And
Somebody took off work today just to kiss alive. That would be amazing.
you have the same thing for your dogwoods? Well, I hope that you have all the things that you would need to do this already, since you're already working on something similar. What's up, Carrie, in the future? Took off work today, finally able to make a live. Well, Lisa, we are glad to have you. Hi,
Lisa,
Cindy.
I read that all wrong, but I'm just going to keep it in my head that you took off work just to see our live.
Jeff's just going to believe that you took off work only to be in the live. So what I'm doing right now is just running the ball over the edge to thin out the edge and leave the center thicker. And I don't know why this is, but I have reasoned to myself that the reason why is, okay, there's going to be so many, that's what she said. Y'all just going to let me have it, I'm sure. So you want the petals to stay stiff in the middle, but sometimes curl on the edges. So you want them thin to be able to curl, but stiff to stand up. Okay, so now that we're past that, we just thinned out the edge. Hi, Christy. I'm going to take this fondant, Dumaflachi, and create veins.
Dumaflachi.
It's a technical term.
You don't even have to really press it hard, huh? Because it's not like it's actually, oh wow. You don't have to spray anything on there, it just peels out.
Yeah, it just peels out because it's silicone. So we have all that beautiful texture.
So this is my jam. Well, awesome, Rhonda.
Rhonda, we're glad to have you here, especially if it's your jam, especially because if I do something wrong, I know you'll be able to tell me, maybe don't do that.
Give her some tips or some pointers or some ideas.
Jeff wakes up in the morning and comes out of the bedroom, and I'm in here slaving away over petals, and he's like, we're still doing that? Because I want to get it perfect.
Old lady, or what's it called? Hotel artwork.
Maybe I'll give a stab at hotel artwork again. I'm doing great so far. Woo! If you don't have one of the ball rollers, you can just use your finger and just press on the edges. Just to thin out just the edges. Christina! Gum paste. That's the other word I was looking for. I didn't know you did wedding cakes, but I bet it was gorgeous. Way to be productive, sweet pea. Okay, so we just regular hand thinned this one.
What if you put some of that the pigment on the mold, and then press the mold in, and then it would be like you just put it on there, and you put it on there, and then it would be on the petal.
So Jeff recommended putting some of the powder pigment on the mold and pressed it in.
Yeah.
The only reason why I'm not doing that is because I feel like the color would then be there forever, and if I decided to change colors, I don't. Cleaning silicone is not my favorite thing. Rhonda said, bad thing is my phone is at 5% and I don't have a charger. Dang it. Well, okay. Well, come over here and use my charger.
Ding dong.
I did do that, Erica. Right? What if the doorbell rang right now? That'd be great. Okay. So I have my this. The next thing is I'm going to take the roller tool and just kind of work it into this center area to curl the petal around a little bit to make it look like a petal. And then I'm going to take the other half of this stick and I'm going to curl just one side.
You're too far.
I'm going to curl just one side of my petal.
You want me to drop this a little so maybe?
Well, I don't know what it looks like, so maybe?
Well, sometimes you're holding it too back.
Now this is going to run out or push out or flatten all of your vein detail on the petal, and that's okay. Because it's going to be an inside petal anyways. That's better. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Pamela.
Better late than never.
Hi, Melissa.
Yeah, it looks like we've got 39 people in here and 19 thumbs up. We're going to need to straighten that up, ladies and gents. I know it's hot outside, but that ain't affecting your thumb.
I know it's hot outside, but it's not affecting your thumb. Okay, so now I'm going to add my glue, or if you're me and don't have glue, you're going to add Mod Podge, because it's the only sticky thing I have that's super handy. And paint it onto the bulb that we have as our center. Now I'm going to take my first petal and leave the curled edge that we did open, because we're going to slide our next petal right in there. And then we're going to do that a third time. Right in there. Okay, so now we have the center of our this. And I'm just working the clay just a little bit more to stretch everything around the center. Basically, you could work this however you want. You just don't want to flatten out any of the texture that's on the tip of these petals. It's the only texture that matters in keeping right now. There. Now we have the center to our flower. Oohs and ahs. Now, what?
Because of where your hands are and where the camera should be, you're
Just a lot of chest action.
a lot of chest action. So I'm going to go up.
A new t-shirt saying, what's the new t-shirt saying? Thanks, Christina. I'll check that pic as soon as this feed's over. So now the question is, how do I want to color this? You can pre-color your clay. You can buy pre-colored clay. You could paint it with acrylic paint or whatever, or you can dust it. I actually put some yellow in this to see if it would work.
Oh my God, it's everywhere. Look at Boy Cat.
Boop, 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 boop. Boy Cat is very interested in my flower down there. I agree. That's going to make...
That thing.
What thing?
That.
I wonder if it's because it's a flower he's interested or because he's trying to pull off the gold leaf.
Back to this. That is too funny.
Leave it to Boy Cat.
He's licking his paw.
He's like that kid that's trying to eat the chip and then dipping it in that picture of
Yeah.
barbecue that's on the... It's hot outside, but not... Oh, what'd you say about thumbs?
Oh, not enough to affect your thumb.
Oh, it's hot outside, but not hot enough to affect your thumbs. So leave us some thumbs. New t-shirt thing. Okay, so let's move on. The yellow dusting, it's on there. I think it was more in the air than it was on here, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to just put the flower together and then I'm gonna dust the tips of my flower or try to talk Jeff into airbrushing the tips. We'll see. Boy Cat's ready for his own YouTube channel, right? We used to have Cat Cam. Thank you. Not sponsored. All right. Now that we have our center done, we're going to cut out, I think it'll take 7 petals to do the next row. Could just be 6. Who's to say? We're just going to cut them. And since this is air drying clay, I have been cutting them and getting them in random states of ready and putting them in a closed Ziploc bag so that I'm not losing working time for each petal as I go. The clay I'm using is Das modeling clay. It's in a red and white bag, and funny enough, the image on the bag is a rose. So I know you can flower with it on some level. So all of this is useless at this point. So I have another bag of scrapes.
Scrapes?
Scrapes. It's like French, but not. It's fancy, whatever it is. So now we have all these guys, and just like before, we're going to thin out the edges, stamp them, and then we'll be applying them. If you have kids, a friend, a buddy, a husband, a girlfriend, a somebody that can production line petals for you, that's going to be where it's at.
What are you trying to say?
If they wanted to. They don't like have to. Welcome, Joseph. Also, every time I hear the name Joseph, I think about Joe Coy because his first name is Joseph.
Chloe, calm down.
And his mom's from not here.
Philippines.
And so she calls him Joseph. Roll on a sponge. I don't have a sponge. Closest thing I have is a very stiff foam.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, Joe Coy is a riot. Him and Chelsea Handler are dating or married, or
That's weird.
and she is a handful apparently.
Chelsea Handler is a full handful. I don't really see them together. I'm glad they're, you know, I'm all for anybody being happy with whatever person they have. I just wouldn't have pictured them together, but I'm happy for happy people.
I feel like they were friends, and then there was a little spark, and they were like, "Let's check it out. Okay, this is fun."
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't figure comics would like other comics.
I just wouldn't date a comic because I would just give them too much material. And then I'd be like, where's my cut? Because all of that was about me.
What's her name? Her husband got divorced.
The baby
Yeah.
cobra.
Oh my God, she is ruthless.
No one can hear you, probably. Can you guys hear Jeff?
They can hear me a little bit. Amy Wong. Is that her name, Amy Wong?
I think it's Wong, but it's not. I don't think it's Amy.
Sally Wong?
Nope.
Judy Wong?
Nope. Are you just reading all the names in the chat?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, Ali Wong. And then I say Ali Wong at first?
I don't think you said
It's
Ali Wong. Yeah, we can hear him, but barely. Will you help Bowie up? He was about to have a stroke. He's over there breathing hard to get up on a table.
Sure. If you was just a little bit taller, wish I was a baller. Wish I had a girl who was good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'4" Impala.
Ooh, I don't even know all the words to that song, B. So,
It's not your time.
oh. If you don't have one of these handy dandy veiners, I don't know what you call them, if not veiners, you can just take one of these kebab sticks and just roll it between your fingers. This is apparently a dirty kebab stick. Is she
Nice
gonna
and
want the
smooth.
backsplash done?
Nice and smooth. It looks like I love this type of something, like, because it's so. We won't do backsplashes though, right?
I mean, we can. Backsplashes aren't my favorite, especially not if it's essentially a wall. So you can do that. Does not look as good, but it's an option. Kathy says that's hilarious, too much material. I really would. If Jeff did stand up, the entire everything would be about, let me tell you what my wife did today. And then that would be it. It would be a 2-hour special that he could put out every Thursday. Oh, he's a great trainer. I am fully trained by my pup. You like the veiner? Okay, we're going to go with veiner then. My wife don't wear no shoes. Shh, I don't have shoes on today. Jeff could do stand-up. I agree. He's a pretty funny fella. All right, we got all of our D's. So, next step that's just like the others is to paint on some sticky. Whatever sticky you're in the mood for.
Sure, I want to know if we need anything from something.
Oh, he's on his way over here then, and I can't answer him. If you want to send him a text, just tell him I'm live already. Matoots. All right. Ooh, I did that before doing the other stuff that I have to do. Dadgummit. Got to make the petals curl a bit.
It was funny because I just so happen to have those things, and I think I got them for tracing something. I think so that I wouldn't write on the image, like doing transfer paper, carbon paper. And that one just came with it, like the big. It came in all different sizes.
So on this row of petals, we're going to curl both
Wasn't one of those
sides.
vows to wear shoes.
Shh. I didn't mean to. Thank you. Joella, y'all gonna make me a divorced woman calling me out like that. It's true.
Where was she? Where were the vows? To wear shoes in the studio. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You need some shoes.
Only when resining clause.
Only when resin clause. That's funny. Okay, question. Can't you use slip? So if this was a clay that would turn into slip, which it may be able to, I have no idea. I haven't watered down this particular clay. You could. I'm not going to fire this clay. So it doesn't matter if I use other kinds of adhesives. Also note that I'm curling both sides of the petal this time.
How do you spell mild?
M-I-L-D.
Why does that seem like it wouldn't be? It should be like 4 or 5 more letters in there.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Shelly, for saving my marriage with the claws. Oh, and Judy said, Jeff, I saw you recently without shoes on in a video.
It's probably walking through or filming.
I'm about to place an order on STONECOAT website. You have a code I could use. Absolutely, Jeffster3T. I hope I said that right.
Hey, y'all mind your business. Aren't you supposed to be paying attention watching flower petals? Ladies?
The code is YALL, all caps, no punctuation, for STONECOAT's website. Okay. So I'm hoping our Mod Podge is still sticky. And so we're going to apply those so they go all the way to the base and cover up the seam and like where the petals meet. We're going to press them down there, and we're going to leave one side open because we're going to be tucking the petals in after we get them all the way around. I'm going to add a little bit more sticky because some of my sticky dried. I'm going to tuck it in there between this petal and this petal.
Woohoo, saved me $50.
Awesome. Glad to help. Mm-hmm.
Shoes make me trip up. Is it like the guy?
Agador Spartacus.
Agador Spartacus.
No.
They make me fall down.
I don't wear shoes because they make me fall down. So every time you add petals, you want them to, I'll tell you actually about that after I get petals on because I don't want them to fall again. Okay, I'm going to have to add one extra.
Like, it's so funny when we're live, and if we have 30 people, if we have 50 people, if we have 100 people, like, I get kind of like, oh god, there's 100 people in here, that's so awesome. And then it goes to 50, and I think, just imagine, like, you can't be mad at that. Just imagine if there were 50 people in the room standing behind you, watching you, what you're doing. Imagine if there were 20 people in a room standing, watching you. Like, that's basically what's happening, but they're on your computer screen. I just think it's pretty fun.
I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's the new layer. So each layer, you want it to be just a little bit higher than the layer before it. So if I stretched them all up, like this point is higher than this point, just slightly. All right.
Is it hard holding them all together so they don't fall?
It is, but if I had a faster drying glue, it would make things easier. Hello from Canada. Tell everyone, everyone I'm loving the clay petals. Thank you, Tracy. Hi, Sue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It would be a crowded studio, right? It is awesome. You share yourselves. Well, that's what we're here for every day. Most every day. Judy did her thumbs. Okay, I'm going to tuck these away because I'm moving up in petal size. These are going into my, I can use those later, bag.
That bottom isn't very dry. If y'all just joined earlier, this is what she made earlier. Like, what the heck?
The thumb, I can't see the thumb count.
You can see the thumb count, right?
No, it says 0 on
It
my
doesn't
screen.
show it on there. That's crazy.
Christina is showing 33.
It says 33 on the phone.
Do they dry in the bag? They do not dry in the bag. I can just set that like in frame. Just take that little thing out, yeah.
This one is falling, I think.
I just have to add more glue. Oh, we'll just leave it like that. Okay, so this that we rolled out a second ago is already dry on the edges. You can see it's turning a little bit of a lighter white color. And I don't want that to mess up my anything else, so I'm cutting that off. Any of the dry bits. Meow. We got to make one size bigger petal, which is easy to do if you have the little cookie cutter things, because they just nesting doll into each other and you can see which one's next. Well, thank you, Joe. So let's cut out this. From what I read, you want your, what I listened to, you want your clay to be, I think they said 2 millimeters thick. I don't speak millimeters, so I just rolled it out to, it could be like 3/16. I don't know if that's better or worse. I would ask Rhonda, but I think her phone died. Oh, okay. Now we have all of our petals for the next layer. Thanks for watching with me, you guys. I know this gets really repetitive and boring, but the end result is going to be amazing. Did he airbrush the color on those? No, this one I dusted with micas, and this one I painted with mica that I mixed into vivid enamel tintable pigment base. Have an awesome show tonight, Donna. Congrats and good luck. The conversation is fun. We usually have good conversation here. Sometimes it's not even about art. It's just a great community to come in and talk about whatever it is that you're working on. Will you fire them? These are actually no fire flowers. The clay is not something you have to fire. I guess you could pop them in the oven. at a pretty low temperature, but I haven't done it, so I can't recommend it or give tips about it. It's fun to watch. I need to put my legs up for an hour before my live. COVID did bad things to my body. Well, you could watch and have your feet up. And good luck for your live. I know it's going to be amazing. Need to tune in for one. Shoot me a message when you go live. I don't know your schedule, Christina, but I'd love to pop in. When I first started using this ball tool, I wasn't sure how to use it, so I was rolling everything outward, which I guess would still work. Thank you, Funo. I started watching a Jade Kitchen next. I'm starting a Jade Kitchen next week. Client saw the jade you guys did in the video with STONECOAT and loved it. Well, Jeffster, I hope, is that the design you guys are going to give a shot? Is the one we did out at STONECOAT? And we're going to take our medium petals and give it a medium squish.
Like if you squeeze that rod, will it like spread the petal out, or will it just make it really thin?
It'll probably just make it really thin if I squish it really vigorously.
Could you put just a ball in there, or will you have to make it like that?
I don't think putting just a ball in this will work, only because it's such a squishy and malleable mold. I think it would just like bulb around.
Oh, I'm gonna try it.
Well, my love, you should try it. Give me 2 seconds and I will hand you this, and you can put any bit of that in here and give it a shot. Oh, she already likes the sample? Well, that's almost the hardest part.
You have these linked in your Amazon.
I will have these linked in the Amazon by the end of this video. The mold I'm using is, I think it's made for bakers. I think it's made for like gum paste flowers or like a fondant type. But I found it on Amazon, and I'll also link it. I can't remember if it came with these cookie cutters or not, but I'll find out and let you guys know. So we need to hollow out our petal so that it conforms to our flower. I'm going to roll both sides. On every one.
So do you think it's better if you maybe do that and then let them sit there for a little bit so they kind of stiffen up a little?
We could, but then you have to just, if you let them stiffen up before you apply them to the flower, you're just going to have to hope that it is the exact shape that you're looking for, because there's no going back. And a lot of times you have to pinch things around a little bit. So I left that clay out while I was adding that last layer, and my clay is starting to crack when I curl it around this little shish kebab skewer. So even that amount of time is too much for this air dry clay to be out. Also could have to do with Bowie's fan being right on me as well. Don't throw them in your purse, they will break. I bet they will. Hiya, Mom. There we go. Now we have our this. We're gonna paint it with our sticky. For me today, it's Mod Podge. I don't have any glue, but if you have glue, by all means. I bet I could just mix in some acrylic paint into this clay and it would work, but I haven't tried it, so I don't know. But I feel like it should work. All right. So I'm going to apply it right where the last two petals met, that little seam. And tuck each petal into the previous one. So I'm going to leave this little flap open so that I can tuck another petal into it as I work my way around. So that's another reason why may not be the best to just let each petal dry unless you have pre-measured, I guess. Now that I have the whole row on, I can add some pressure so that it stays on there. And actually, this one's going to need a little bit more sticky because it was the last one. There we go. Starting to look like a rose.
This resin has an acrylic storage solution.
I saw that. We lost the chat. Should still be there. I'm going to go ahead and add these two because they're already made and they're so dry at this point that if I tried to save them, I think they're too far gone.
Still there.
Okay, so now since we're just putting in a couple of rogue
That sounds really good.
petals, I'm just kind of estimating where it would look the best. Where it's a little bit low in petals. Apply some pressure. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Evelyn, I just might. I'm actually watching a video right now that's doing basically roses that are the size of my thumb, which is bananas. Wow, Joe, I hope that surgery goes well. I've never gone through a surgery like that, but I hope it isn't too invasive. Sounds like it would be, though. Also, isn't that a surgery you have to go through with your eyes open? I don't know if I can do that. Also, this is the brand of clay I'm using. I don't carry this brand of clay. I'm not sponsored by them. They didn't send me that for free. But if they're watching, what's up? This was the first petal I did, and I was like, bam, I'm gonna make some flowers. All right. So now we're gonna do our probably last petals, and then I'm gonna try to talk Jeff into airbrushing my flowers, but I haven't told him that yet, so y'all don't tell him. Thank you, Joe. So I am not a chef or a pastry person or anything that cooks or uses science. I learned the hard way that you have to like pick up and rotate your clay, or I guess even dough, so it doesn't stick or start to curl. The things you learn, you know? Now I feel like I could make a whole pizza and it would turn out okay. But if we're honest, nah, I probably wouldn't eat it. All right. So, Emma, I bet you do amazing flowers to throw for your awesome parties. P.S. Can you throw my next birthday party? She does bananas parties over there. I plan to use them on ocean tropical inspired multimedia pieces. Carrie, that sounds amazing. Okay, so I'm using the next biggest little cookie cutter. Also, this clay isn't that expensive. I don't remember offhand what it was, but it was definitely in the affordable range. So I remember looking at the price like, okay. Granted, it's not the biggest bag, but yeah. TG, I hope you had fun pup sitting and helping your cousin get back to 100%. Okay, so let's get this last ring of petals started. Thin out the edges. And then smush. It is a lot better to work with fresh clay than clay that has been sitting out a bit. So if you do roll some out and there's some left over, at least try to put it into a Ziploc bag or something. Cover it and I don't know what you cover things in. Maybe not wax paper. I don't know if that takes moisture out of stuff, but maybe aluminum foil. And yeah, a lot of people use like a little foam thing to roll their petals out on, but Kathy, you probably could use a damp paper towel. I'm actually out of paper towels right now. Adulting fail, I know, but oh my goodness, you guys all said the same recommendation. Great minds. Make sure you don't make your petals too thin because then they'll rip coming out of your veiner mold. I don't know what to call it. Petal mold? Probably petal mold. Blech. Green glass rods. So I bought some, what's it called? I think they use them for actual flowers sometimes. I don't know. But they're green. There's just stems, but they look like they're made of like a wire. So I don't know how it works unless you just bend the ends of them so that it doesn't poke through the end of your flower, or the tip of your flower. But I didn't know they made them in glass, and that is something that I would be very interested in. I'll have to look those up. Just thinning them out on the edge. And then squish. I feel like I'm doing a smush coaster when I do this. Okay. You make a hook and stick it in the bud part while wet. That's what I figured you did. All right. Oh, I hope these petals aren't too big. Nah. And on this last one, we're going to curl 3 times instead of just 2. We're going to curl the middle as well. The petals will look like this. Now, since these are bigger, I'm going to actually apply them as I go, I think. I haven't done it this way yet, but we're going to do it this way. Meow. Okay. Just like before. I love making flowers. Sorry. Just had a moment. I do need a rose holder thingy. One day I will find one. Curl. 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 Sticky stuff. And apply. All right. Next petal. Curl. Curl. That end's a little thick. Thank you, Kathy. Ooh, that would be good, TG. Ooh, I'll have to search that up for now. Thank you for the device. That it would, Shelly. I just don't have any. Petal. Whoops. Tuck that back. £2 is $10.38. What's up, Vamp? I thought you were taking a nap. What's up, Tudor? Can we get more likes? I know, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get more thumbs. I'm always here. Vamp is always in the shadows. Well, if you need to take a nap, I get it. Oh my goodness, this thing's getting heavy. I wonder if any kind of glue would be, like, what kind of glue would be best for this? 3 more petals and then we can make it be a color. Autocorrect gets me every time. E6000 could work. Sometimes E6000 takes a bit to dry. Okay. If I didn't have to pick up and put down this flower, which, fun fact, I'm holding between my knees, it'd be a lot easier. So I think my next purchase will be a foam holdy thing of some sort. Wondering if the clay, wondering if the moisture in the Mod Podge will cause the clay to get wetter and then not dry. I don't think so. I haven't had an issue yet. These other two are pretty together. At least so far. I don't know. They seem to be sticking well. And even if it does make it just a little bit wetter, that might just help the clay have just like a slurry spot, kind of. I don't know if that makes sense. But someone brought up using slip instead. And if it makes it wetter, then it should aid it a little bit in sticking because it would be a slip, right? So there's our flower. Sorry, we've been watching Bob's Burgers and now I have that kind of accent sometimes, apparently. I don't know. So now for color. I'm just kind of pushing, I can't show you, maybe I can, I don't know. I'm just kind of making sure that everything's pushed into the previous layer so I don't have any wilting issues. Cardboard cone, that could be. Turn a cup upside down and poke a hole through. So I have actually some foam next to me, but it's like a stiff foam. So yeah. Do I need to, B, what are your thoughts on if I use airbrush on this one? Also, can I borrow you? Can you put this petal into here? I can't get it open with one hand.
I don't know. Maybe the airbrush will like push that off of there.
Do you think the airbrush would?
Blow off that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, if it does,
It's barely on there.
then I'll just put it back. I'm using my this to add just a yellow hue. I think this thing is called a bug. I think it's actually made to kill bugs, like disperse powdered bug killer. I don't know. I just work here, but now it's a little bit yellow. So what color Large
Yeah,
funnel.
I wouldn't
I don't have a
airbrush
large
it now.
funnel.
Like, airbrush is good.
Duster, yeah. Don't do that? Okay. So in that case, we're going to do what I did with some of my other ones. We're going to use this. Will you, Bowie, Tudor came all the way in and you didn't even say hi to him.
Bowie.
Not being a very good guard dog.
Tutor. Hey.
I've been sleeping, bro.
Right?
I can see a massive arrangement. Like
Good.
a circular.
Good. So I'm using Resin Art's Hot Lips. This is actually a flat or transparent color from them. I don't use it a lot in resin because it just doesn't do the best things for me in resin because you have to do a whole bunch of stuff to it first. It's not my favorite. So I'm just going to use it now to do this. Just dusting it on the tip, just the tip. Just dry mica. This will work better if your petals are still a little bit wet. But I'm going to go for it anyway. Because I have ADHD, I jump around when doing stuff like this. So I don't go from like the center out or finish a whole petal before moving on. So if anyone wants to know why I'm all over the place, that's why.
So if you guys are fast enough, there's only 2 hot lips in stock.
Tudor said there's only 2 hot lips left in stock, so if it's on your wish list,
Get it now. And I'll ship it out today, tomorrow morning.
fluffy eyeshadow brushes do work well.
What's that?
Could you spray varnish to set the powder? Yeah, absolutely.
It fell apart. Yeah, you didn't see that?
What is that?
Sweet red blended dolce.
It's a sweet?
Yeah.
Give it a shot. I think I'm going to add more yellow as well after I get all of this on there.
Yeah. This is supposed to be the new drink one.
I just want a dark edge, you know?
Right.
Used Tudor Twinkle today. I bet it was amazing. So blush brush would also work, but I'm trying to only be on the edges, and any bigger or looser bristle brush will give me less control over where the color goes. Vamp, why you gotta be horrible at me? I see you. If you were anyone else, I would tell you to throw a wrench at you. She refuses to use the word even in proper circumstances. Not never will I ever use that word.
Stop it.
type it up. Not never. Won't do it. Why you gotta drop the M word all over the place? And yes, it does.
Moist? Babe, you're grown up. You can deal with that.
Mm-hmm. There's things you could deal with because you're grown up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're better when you paint them first. Looks different for some reason.
Because the clay's drying, and so the mica is not sticking as well. But this is way quicker.
Yeah.
I think if it doesn't look good by the end of it, you should still airbrush it just so we can see what it will look like. And if it blows all the other mica out, then whatever.
Somebody asked if you can put alcohol on it, or would it reactivate it, make it mushy?
I don't know how alcohol would affect whatever is in this clay. But I have a petal that I can see.
She's gotten sassy in her married life.
Who's sassy?
I don't know.
Let me find out. Let me find out.
Immersed. I can deal with that. What?
Sassy. Yeah.
I'm sassy. Mm. You can see where the Mod Podge was just a little bit still fluid in these little areas where it's getting hot pink. You could use a fine mist, and actually, since all of this is on here, I wonder if it would look awesome if we did mist it to make the dark purple color turn that bright pink that's in there. Air dry clay, I have suggest spritzing with water spray if it dries too fast. Okay, I have a water mister here, right there. Let's just see what happens. Let's close this so we don't ruin that. Okay, found water. Nope. I'm trying to control the spritz. Nope.
Ritz.
All right. Mommy, 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 mommy.
So hopefully it'll go. Blur.
I mean, it might. I'm going to put more of this gold on there because it is also water-based and it may look even more awesomer. I bet if I painted all these petals with Mod Podge first. Actually, I could do that after this water dries if it doesn't look awesome. Since you don't think airbrush will work. All right, will you turn that a little bit this way because I don't want to hit those two.
Hold on. I'm getting it.
Guys, I think it's gonna look great.
Just keep it right there. Or just move. Oh, if you move, I'll just zoom in.
Do we have Rhonda's atomizer?
Yeah.
Where? This is too big droppy. All right, sorry, Bowie. Yeah.
just water, right?
Yeah.
Here, just, I'll make it to where, so, right here, you can hold it to here so that you don't have to, they can see it. 64 people up in here.
What's up, all 64 y'all? Please subscribe, because, I mean, you're already here. All right. Are you going to...
So I'm going to use this little guy.
Let me move.
It's like very, hold on. So it's very fine mist.
All right.
Go over to here so then they can see me doing it.
You need the white one. What white one?
Look up a little.
Okay, don't get too much in there. Okay. Woo! Y'all. Jeff just sprayed me in the face. Hope your mic dies.
I don't have a mic on.
Yeah, but you just sprayed your mic that's on my lapel.
It's probably waterproof.
Is it? Well, that looks awesome because look, it added all these little speckles.
Here it goes now, moist.
Never. I'm dewy. So all these little awesome speckles.
Don't!
Jeff's all upset because I just did the same thing to him. He's not upset. There you guys, I'm just going gold happy because it makes it shimmery. May need one more spritz of gold, of water though, just to blend all that I just did in. How ethereal.
Can you not see it? Does it make it go down in there? Babe, it's not gonna hurt it. I'm just trying to make it run.
Did it?
Yeah, a little bit. Looks good.
Okay, do what you gotta do. I'm watching y'all while testing out some colors for countertops. Sweet! We have to do a countertop test soon.
Maybe two.
Huh?
Maybe two.
Maybe two. So, what do you guys think of my flower? Are you gonna give it a shot?
Blue War.
I'm really hoping to achieve Amazon Green Granite. What colors did you use on yesterday's live? Dark Turquoise by Color Obsession. Pearl by Color Passion. Titanium by Just Resin. Just Resin Black. And Bright Gold by Just Resin, I think. Evelyn said, okay, so how are you going to ship that to me? Because it's mine. This may have to be hand delivered, but that can also happen. And I think if I were to try to ship something like this, I would just have to dunk it in resin. Like, I would have to resin it, right? Like, get one of those glass stems that was recommended. Either resin it in there or glue it, and then just dip it in resin.
Well, we need to find out how durable this is. Like, leave a couple of those out. Yeah.
If I drop this,
Sure.
it's gonna shatter.
Really?
You're gonna shatter it?
It'll break?
Yeah, it's just clay. That wasn't a far drop.
It's not gonna shatter.
Oh, light
So
aquamarine.
dramatic.
So dramatic.
Oh, thank you, Christy. I love it. So the colors used were Hot Lips from Resin Art and Primary Elements Pixie Dust. I do not have Pixie Dust, but I think I have Isadora, which would probably look really good because Isadora is a more abrasive yellow, a brighter yellow. It'd be more opaque probably. This is kind of just an interference with a little bit of yellow in it. But I only use those two colors and then the DOS air dry clay. Did I say Hot Lips? Because I meant to. All right, y'all. I'm going to attempt to make some tea tiny flowers soon. If you guys want me to do that on a live, I'll do it. But if you prefer a time lapse, I can do that as well.
Ooh, where should we go on our hot date?
Bubble wrap, box, and ship. I'm
I
trying.
think what you should do is take that resin, put little water drops on there, and then hit it with the
Bee.
light.
Don't we have some? There's
We
UV
do,
right
I
there. You guys, the live's not over.
It was in the
Nobody move. Price these up if you want.
Will just resin just send us some that, please?
You guys, y'all, Jeff had a brilliant idea. I can't even steal it for my own. I'm going to put a drop of UV resin because it's dewy outside. Don't you drop that stupid M word at me. So this UV resin is by Just Resin. I'm just going to put 2 little drippy drops right there. Just see how it looks. It may disperse the pigment, which would make it look even more
It might like
awesome.
into it.
Maybe. That's a good idea, Evelyn. This could be a look all on its own. We're going to take it to the next step. It's not focusing on my dew. You can't really see it anyways.
Got
This.
light. Want me to do it? Oh, you did it. You can't even see it.
You can see that right there.
A little bit. Ooh, this stuff smells.
Quick coat drops or UV. So Just Resin's UV. You want to add a couple more of them though?
I want to see what this looks like. Whoa.
So we do have a September class. It is in Seguin, Texas. Marcy, Mixed Media Girl, will be there.
That's amazing. Go, give me that.
Yeah, you just fully took it, but that's fine.
Look how crazy that looks.
Look. Do you see it on there when you do
Yeah, I
it?
know. No, all glowy. It looks good. The little raindrop, the little drops look good. Let me
Happy to
put
oblige.
like,
Carrie, have an awesome day at work. But yeah, we do have a class in Seguin in September and also this weekend here. I just had one person cancel. If anyone's interested, I have a spot open. Should I like do this so it doesn't?
no, like it looks like it's just kind of dripping off.
Oh, it does.
It's kind of difficult to see though, you know?
Add glitter. I would add glitter glass.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Because it picks up the pink.
Yeah, because I think it's just activating the pink. You know what I mean?
I mean,
You guys see that pink glow? That's what Hot Lips looks like when it's activated, as opposed to the darker purple
you
version.
can kind of see it. Like it looks like there's a light inside. Oh yeah, that looks crazy.
So that's how one of the drops turned out right there. I don't know if it's going to focus, but I hope so.
Yep, they can see it. Too close to it, be alright.
And then Jeff added this running dewdrop right there. Jeff. My pleasure, Kathy. Oh, I could put a crystal on it. Oh, it's already cured. Boop, boop, boop. That's fun. I'm going to put one up here. So since I can't see my dewdrops really, I might add a crystal. Maybe. We'll see. I love that idea of adding a crystal, though. So I do have 2 Hot Lips left. That is the color of the pink I used. I can't get this lid on. Help! Help! Thank you. Couldn't find this. So y'all, who all's gonna try to do a rose? Kathy, thank you so much for that. I don't know where my button is. I never know where it is. Thank you for that donation. All donations that come through the channel go right back into the channel. That's crazy how bright of a glow that Hot Lips is, and they can't even really see it. So now I want to do a black rose with chameleon. What do you guys think? For a real quick second, I was like, I could just UV resin all the petals on, but no. Because no light can get to, so anyways.
I didn't even know we had this.
Ordering the rose forms tonight. So as soon as we're done with the live, I will get on our Amazon and add all the stuff that I used today. Trying to flatten the bottom out so that this, there. Now I have this. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you give it a shot. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It really helps our channel.
Trying to get some more subscribers. We're good. We're done with 50, so now we're on our way to 100.
We are. We're on the road to 100 subs.
100,000. 100,000.
Oh, 100,000, sorry.
We need to open up that dom that Lord Taylor gave us.
We do need to open the dom.
Too long.
Too dom long.
Too dom long.
Ding, ding, ding. I win. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said before, please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell so that you get notifications sometimes when YouTube feels like sending them out. And yeah, be kind to one another because you never know what someone's going
You were
through.
just, like, zoomed in, huh?
I zoomed it in on my these.
Okay.
I need to do more with this little one. The Black Rose online class. I can make it an online class. Would you guys be interested in a rose class?
Now that you're a professional.
Basically, I've done 3 roses, so now I can sell classes. That's how it works, right? Anyways, y'all have an awesome day. We'll see you guys. What's today? Tomorrow, I have to go get Tammy from GUD's, and hoping to have Tammy in for a class tomorrow. Maybe she'll show me how to do a bloom if she feels so inclined. I thought you wanted to get down. But yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow. Be kind to one another because you never know what someone's going through.
And always remember, we do the test.
So you don't have to.
Bye.